Welcome to my allotment, plot 3 in North Warwickshire. It's time to move the Brassica cage from its current location to the next plot down, crop rotation. But first I just need to get the leaves and the grass into the new compost bin, and I'll show you the few changes I've made just to improve it. I've now put a piece of fine mesh off a bird feeder over the hole to stop the vermin getting in, and also hopefully to stop some of the compost coming out. And I've built another cover to help stop the water getting in. There is water in there mainly because the front's off, but the front will be permanently on until I need to harvest the compost. There's the improvements. So it's now it's time to fill it up. I'm going to start off by putting some straw at the front like this, and then going to add a barrel of leaves. That's the leaves in. I'll pop the grass cuttings on top. I've also got some root balls that I've struggled to get the compost out of, so I'm going to let the worms do the work. And I've just borrowed a few more from out the wormery. It's that many worms in the wormery. The young ones there, and I think these will populate this nicely. But as I get the worms coming to the top of the main wormery before the migration, I'm just going to keep robbing worms, because if they overpopulate they'll just leave anyway, go on the holidays. I'll just finish off topping the rest of the grass up, and I'll just scatter those worms about a bit. And I've topped it up with cardboard. Can't use carpet on this site because of the issues with toxins leaching out the carpet, so I'll make do with cardboard. I have wet it a little bit, but I'm going to wet it throughout while I'm here today. I don't expect to get any tea off this for a couple of months, but I will be topping up exactly like I would the wormery, blending or chopping the food up for the worms and let them do the work. And we'll see how much of an improvement we get. Let's move on to the Brassica cage. I'm going to strip all the wood out first, then I'll bring you back. I've lined all the bits of wood onto the other bed, and I've just took this down in stages so you can see how it actually works. But there is a video on how to get these arches square, or square he says, but pleasing to the eye, shall we say, and I'll leave a comment at the beginning of the video, just so that if you want to look back at that you can. I'll move on. So it's just the last two support posts out of this bed now. Yes, I have been walking on the newly dug soil, but with the Brassica bed it was very hard. Obviously I compacted it last year ready for the Brassicas, so it needs another dig yet just to loosen the earth up. And I've moved everything across onto the next bed. I'll let you know roughly how long it's took me when I've finished. The netting's there. It's 10 metres long by 6 metres wide, all sewn up with the sewing machine, pink sewing machine at home. That took 3 hours to sew. Well worth it. Yeah, so we're getting closer now. There's no good spirit levels and everything else, it's with the eye. Then we'll just check the blue plastic pipe along the sides and the other side too. That'll do for me. Right, I'll take these battens off so I can get the old debris netting out, and I'll fit the new net. Well, we've got the bulk of it done now. Just to put the new door on, I've got to take that netting off the door and make it good, and then put some battens round. But I just don't want to run out of battery, because obviously it's been stood for a while. I'd like to thank one of my subscribers just for reminding me to use black plastic to warm the beds up, so I've changed that in the parsnip box and the carrot. And also another subscriber asked about the caravan pump, so I'll just show you now. So that's the little propeller in the middle there. There's some details on that, but as you can see, it's not very big. This is how much water it pumps. And this is just a standard pump filter. That actually sits inside nicely and stops any debris blocking up the propeller. So that little pump does that much damage. And works off my solar panel. The power from the solar panel comes into the solar controller, goes out to the control switch, charges the battery up, etc. And that didn't cost me a penny, just completely recycled. So I've spent 2.5 hours on this up to yet, just moving it, constructing the net. This tunnel's slightly lower, so I've had more overlap, but I actually cut it longer this time because the other onion cage are very tight. I've had to cut about 1 metre off at the end, but that's better than it being too short, so I learnt from my first mistake. Thanks for watching, guys. Commenting, love the comments, keep the comments coming, suggestions, etc. And I'll show you my seedlings, what I've planted, etc. at the weekend. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy growing, and take care till next time.